Okay, so I'm holding up a picture of a graph. Okay, so if we look at this graph now, hopefully you can see it well, but this is a graph of an exponential curve. Okay, and so this is the graph I'm going to use to explain how we would write the equation or figure out the equation of a exponential function given the graph. Okay, so I want you to look at that. Okay, so now if we look at the board here, so given the graph of an exponential function, write the equation. Now I only wrote down, there's actually 4 steps, but I'm not going to write them all down because the other steps are obvious. Okay, the main thing is you want to identify 2 points on the graph. Now you want to use, if at all possible, if it's easy to pick out, you want to use the intercept, the y-intercept, as one of the points. Okay, if it goes through the grid lines the right way, if it goes right through there and it's easy to tell what the point is, then yes, use the y-intercept as one of the 2 points. You also want to choose your 2 points that are relatively far apart to eliminate round-off error, okay, if at all possible. Okay, so in the example here, oh, by the way, so that's the first thing, identify 2 points on the graph, right? That's step number 1. Then steps number 2, 3, and 4 are exactly the same as what I showed before when we were talking about modeling if you're given 2 points on an exponential curve, right? So the only difference is we're adding a step to the beginning saying, okay, well, you got to identify 2 points. Once you identify those 2 points, guess what? You're right back to what we did before, and that's it. Okay, so if we take the graph that I just showed you, well, I can definitely identify the y-intercept as 0, 3. And then the point that's farthest away that I definitely can see it going through is going to be 2, 12. So those are the 2 points I'm going to use. Okay, so in this example of this graph, I'm going to use 0, 3 and 2, 12. And then what I would do is I'm going to use, since this is the intercept, I'm going to use that to my advantage. And so I'm going to have f of x equal to a b to the x. And so in this case here, I know that my a is 3, right? So a is 3. And now I'm going to use the second point to solve for b. So this is going to be 12 equals 3 b to the second. Now, again, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and that's going to give me b squared equals 4. And then, of course, if I take the square root of both sides, b equals 2, and I'm done. So that means my equation, my exponential equation is going to, or function, is going to be f of x equals 3 times 2 to the x. And that's it. Have a great day.